My very first child died. He was 2 years old. It was about 3 o'clock in the morning. We get a call. The mother, I think she was sleeping with the child, rolled over on her child, rolled back over, child wasn't breathing. We get there, we start trying to perform CPR on the child. Now I'm actually in the fire truck. Now this is when things are really bad because I'm actually in the fire truck. When we're in the fire truck, we normally wait for the medics to pull up, put the child or the person into the back of the medic, and then one of us will jump in the medic and we'll ride to the hospital with the medic. But when the calls are so bad, we'll actually put the person in the fire engine with us and we'll take them to the hospital ourselves. In the house, you know, throughout the day just running around, you don't know what manhood is. You trying to find yourself in these moments. But all you have are J's, fiends, or women, so you're not really having the best example of what a man even is. And I realized that the things that we think or we associate with men, macho type of personality, masculinity, stuff like that, was what we thought manhood was, and that's what we was chasing as kids in the hood, and that's why we were always fighting, or if somebody stepped on your shoes, yo, you know, we gotta fight, we gotta go outside and stuff like that. But in all reality, we were just a bunch of kids that just didn't have any emotional intelligence. And I think that we exuded our manhood or masculinity through aggression. And that's just gonna end you up in jail.
Y'all family, what's happening, man? Listen, welcome to the Living Proof Podcast, hosted by yours truly. You know what's going on. You know what time it is, man. Listen, we are bringing guests who are living proof that they overcame something, that they did something. And today, I got a special guest in the building. I'm talking about somebody from the bloodline, somebody who came from the same cooler cat. You know what I mean? So listen, not only am I living proof and y'all see my journey, but I think y'all gonna see somebody else who was part of the same bloodline and hear his story, hear his side of being not only a family member, but I got my brother today. Hey, Coach Dad, what's happening? How you feeling, man?
Hey, man, let's get it. Let's go. Hey, this is major, baby. I'm loving it. The set is looking good. Environment, energy is lovely, man. Let's go.
How you feeling, man? Like, listen, we gonna start it off right. Like, how you feeling from 1 to 10? Everything that's been transpiring over your life, like becoming, you know, growing up in poverty, becoming, you know, going to Job Corps, becoming a firefighter, and now saying, you know what, I'm betting on myself. I'm about to become an entrepreneur, and listen, I'm going to be the second millionaire in my family. Talk to me, man. How you feeling, 1 through 10?
Hey, listen, first off, it's a 10, man. Look, any day above ground is always a 10, man. We got to definitely count our blessings and show a lot more gratitude. So, listen, I'm here. I'm living proof. I'm on set with my brother. This is major. I'm a 10, man. 10 out of 10. Always.
That's what's up. I'm loving it, man. Real quick, like, people know that we brothers, but I don't think they really understand the full story of what we've been through, right?
Right.
Like, this is why, for me, like, I know everybody want me to shoot the documentary, but I said, you know what? I'm about to write the book first because I'm telling you, you're not broke and you're just fighting the wrong battle. You know what I mean? So take me back real quick to, like, you know, we were split at a young age. You know, I was raised with Aunt Gladys. You was raised with grandma.
Right.
Like, how was that growing up? You know, knowing that, hey, listen, I got a brother, but he don't live on the same side. I got a mother, but she's not around. Like, we not under the same roof. How was that growing up?
Man, first off, man, I'm lost for words, man, because I didn't know when we started today which direction this was going to go in, you know, and I was a little nervous when we started, being that my brother's interviewing me in so many different ways that we can go. But to answer your question, I got to thank you for a lot of this, man, because honestly, you showed me it was possible. And I tell people this all the time. You showing me that it was possible was all that I need. I got a brother who's a millionaire, right? Most people that would be in my shoes, they would be taking advantage of it. They'd be calling this nigga every other week, yo, I need 5K.
For real.
You know what I mean?
Don't do that.
Right.
Please don't do that.
But for me, when he showed me that it was real, when he showed me it was possible, when he did it, that's all I needed, man. Because I said, listen, me and this man came out the same cootie. If he can do it, then I can do it. It's possible. And that's all I needed. And I put my head down. I got to work. You know, I did what you told me to do, and the rest has been history.
That's what's up, man. Let's rewind it for a second because I don't think people understand that you were raised by grandma. I was raised by aunt, but it's crazy that they both passed away from cancer. Like, how did that feel? Like, not losing the number one lady in your life, but also losing the number two lady in your life. Like, a lot of people would have went to drugs, right? So for me, I was just like, I became numb in some emotions, and this is why I can't really get deep with people. But then it also fueled me to say, hey, listen, I gotta keep going. Like I always wanted them to see me become something, right? So I know they still watching down, they're not physically here. But let me know, how did that start in your life, like losing both of them from the cancer?
Yeah, man, that's a tough one. Like you said, I lost my leading lady, my grandmother. You know, she raised me. If you guys don't know, me and my brother, we were divided. You know, as kids, my Aunt Gladys, like you said, raised him. My grandmother ended up taking me into custody and raising me. And she eventually passed away from cancer, like you said. And, you know, my Aunt Gladys eventually ended up passing away from cancer too. But the way that it made me feel, you mentioned something. You said some people end up turning to drugs and different outlets. And to be completely honest, a lot of y'all don't know. You know, this is my first time even sharing this on camera, but I was one of those people. You know, I ended up smoking a bunch of weed, getting hooked up onto perks, you know, anything that I could do to cope and to feel numb. And I went down that road, man. And I think mentally that shit beat me up so bad. You know, grandma was my first mother. And Gladys was the first woman I ever shared my dreams with. And Gladys was the first woman I looked in her eyes and told, look, I'm gonna do this with my life. I'm gonna go out here and I'm gonna do that with my life. So to lose the first person that you ever shared your dreams with, and then to live it out, I mean, you know more than anybody, because you're living proof.
For sure.
You're living proof, no pun intended. But it's difficult because it's like, damn, these were the people that I wanted to do it for. These were the people that I wanted to be here to see it, and they're not here. And I deal with that in a lot of different ways on my own accord, man. Like, I know better than to ask God why, but it's just like, damn, why? Like, just one of them, Gladys could have been here, somebody, you know, to see it. But then I instantly go to gratitude, because it's easy for us to say, damn, I wish, you know, this person was here to see it, that person was here to see it. But the reality is we're in a better position than some people, because our mother is here to see it. Our father is here to see it. And I learned to pivot my energy to that and be grateful for that, and just do as much as I possibly can while my mother and my father are still here, so that I can make them proud and that they can see it while they're here.
For sure. Like, I don't know, I be tripping sometimes, because I be on the plane like, dang, like Gladys would be enjoying this, or I'm on a vacation like, dang, like why? You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, yes, it's crazy that, yeah, our father is still here, and you know, our mother is still here, but you know, that those ladies were something special. You know what I mean? Like, for real. Like, you know, we be trying to get her on the same page. He'd be like, I don't understand why you don't want to enjoy this type of life.
Right.
You know what I mean? You choose to be in the ghetto. Like, nah, we in the suburbs. We putting our feet in the sand. We putting our feet in the ocean. Like, what's up with you? You know what I mean? And knowing, like, Aunt Gladys would be on it like white on rice. Like, listen, where you going, right? Man, so it's crazy. Like, and even just talking about it now, like, you know, growing up with our fathers, like, we didn't have our fathers at an early age. You know what I mean? And I watched some of your previous interviews, and you said, I was searching for manhood at a young age. And then you jumped into the streets. Like, talk about that for a second. Like, what was you going through? Because it's a lot of young people out here who don't have their fathers, who thinking about, like, man, I'm in the streets and I'm struggling with manhood. I'm looking at other people and they not pouring into me the right way. So talk to me a little bit about that.
Yeah, I think all of us who come from environments like we come from are products of that. In all reality, I don't know if the young man that's going through it in real lifetime right now is aware of it or not, because I'm not sure that I was aware of it when I was going through it during that time. But we are searching for manhood. The reality is we're coming up in households where me and you, your aunt raised you, our aunt raised you, our grandmother raised me. So women, we're only seeing women, right? And then if we're being raised by nothing but women, what are we always experiencing? High emotion.
That's a fact.
High emotion. So you never really learn emotional intelligence when you're coming up in that type of environment. And you know our environment was crazy. Our environment was fucked up. My grandmother, she's going to church every single day of the week. My Aunt Gladys, she getting high. My Aunt Muffy, she getting high. So it's nothing but J's. If y'all don't know what J's are, fiends. In the house, you know, throughout the day, just running around. You don't know what manhood is. You trying to find yourself in these moments. But all you have are J's, fiends, or woman. So you're not really having the best example of what a man even is. And I realized that the things that we think or we associate with men, macho type of personality, masculinity, stuff like that, was what we thought manhood was, and that's what we was chasing as kids in the hood, and that's why we were always fighting, or if somebody stepped on your shoes, we gotta fight, we gotta go outside and stuff like that. But in our reality, we were just a bunch of kids that just didn't have any emotional intelligence. And I think that we exuded our manhood or masculinity through aggression. And that's just gonna end you up in jail or hurting somebody or hurting yourself. You know what I mean? What they say, it's only two ways it's gonna go, right? Jail or a casket. And I think that a lot of us in the hood, we're chasing what masculinity is because we don't really have those examples. When in our reality, it's not none of that. It's not being tough. It's not fighting a person because they step on your shoe. It's that's not what it is. It's the complete opposite. It's the complete opposite. In fact, being a man is taking care of your responsibilities. It's showing up. It's showing up for people when you ain't even got it in you to show up for yourself on days. It's saying yes when you don't have it to say yes, but you got to go ahead and find a way. Like, that's what manhood is about. It's really about character. It was never about who was the toughest guy. And I think that's what we got it fucked up at, and that's why the jails are filled with a bunch of young kids now. That's
a fact. Like, just thinking about it, like, growing up, it's like you never knew what a man was. Like, you know what I mean? Watching our aunts, I remember, like, if people understand what, like, fiends and J's is now, like, geek, like, they would have certain, like, they would have certain geeks, like, I remember Aunt Gladys, she'd be digging in the carpet, right, and thinking it's funny. You know what I'm saying, though? Rest in peace, Jenny, babe. She would say, oh, my God, I'm in a coma, and go hide in the closet, right? So you know what I'm saying? And just not knowing, like, we was raised by a lot of females, you know what I mean, who did a lot of drugs. It was just chaotic and crazy. So yeah, we didn't know how to control our emotions. We always getting in the fight. And the real strength, as we get older and wiser, is saying, you know what? Hey, yo, it's not even about me. Yep. You know what I mean? Like you don't really want to fight me. You don't really want to. It's something internally inside yourself or inside your household. It's something that you battling with. So now, fixing that, right? Yep. Unlearning and relearn. So now you can walk through and say, hey, King, pick your head up, bro. Like, I don't got nothing to harm. Like, yo, we can have a disagreement and not fight, right? Yep. Like, it used to be times where people would disagree with you and you'd be like, man, just throw them up. You know what I'm saying? Like, because we didn't know how to handle that or see a real man say, you know what, strength is walking away.
Exactly.
Strength is, right, your power is showing that you can control yourself.
Exactly.
That weakness of letting you go and getting out of control or picking up a gun and shooting somebody, that's weak. Yep. That's not real man time. Yep. Real man time is say, hey, I know you got something wrong with you today, but I'm your brother and I love you because you're another man. Exactly. Right? I see you tomorrow like, oh, we can talk about it when you calm down emotions. Yep. You know what I'm saying? So jumping into that, it's crazy what we came from, an environment we came from, and then you become a firefighter, helping and saving people. Like, right. Tearing the neighborhood down, burning. Like, people don't even realize, like, bro, when we were younger, we lit a dumpster on fire, like a dumpster on fire that caught wildfire. Like, and now you said, I'm gonna grow up and be a firefighter. Right. What made you say a firefighter, bro?
Yo, that's crazy. My man Six, shout out my man Six, man. He was saying that to me the other day. He was like, yo, you live one of the most extreme lives of anybody that I ever known. He said, yo, let me tell y'all, let me give y'all some insight, man. Like, I remember Mr. Harvey. You know Mr. Harvey. Mm-hmm. Mr. Harvey was our childhood friend's dad. Mm-hmm. Mr. Harvey ended up getting pancreatic cancer, going to the hospital, and he ended up dying. But before he died, I remember we all came to the hospital, the whole neighborhood, we came to the hospital, and I was in paramedic school at the time. And this is one of the wildest moments ever, but I'm in the hospital, and my man Six, I remember the surgeon saying, all right, listen, everybody has to get out of the room because I have to perform the surgery on Mr. Harvey. And a couple of my friends were bragging about me. They were like, yeah, well, Dev, he's a medic. Like, can he help? And I was like, yeah, well, I'm actually in medic school. Like, I would like to, like, sit in on this. And I sit in on it. She helped me, like, gave me the needle, like, let me, like, be a part of the actual surgery. And 5 minutes later, I walked out, my phone rings, and I'm telling Six, I'm like, yo, we got to go hit a cell. So we jump in the car. I got an ounce full of crack stuffed in my boxes and my Ethicas, and we riding out to go hit a cell. He says, yo, you the craziest nigga. How do you go from in a room? Right. How do you go from in a room with surgeons performing surgery on your friend's dad to 5 minutes later getting in the car, jumping in the car and going out serving a J? Like, yo, your life is so extreme. Like, nigga, how?
Right.
I don't even have an answer for it. I never really realized how extreme it was. All I can say is this, like, we are executors in my family, right? Me and my brother, we executors. Like, we lock in on something, we want it, we go get it. And all I can say is my first aspiration was I wanted to be the biggest drug dealer in the neighborhood. Mm-hmm. I accomplished it. My second aspiration was I wanted to become an EMT firefighter. I don't know where that came from, somewhere in Job Corps. I know you asked me about that, so we'll probably talk about that at some point in time. And everything just kind of meshed. Like, I just ended up being this person with just a lot of different talents that was just so far broad. Like, yo, like, nigga, you trap of the year, but now you're in medic school. Like, yo, this is crazy, right?
Right.
So I don't know. I never really realized how crazy it was until moments like this when people, you know, bring it up. Like, yo, how this is extreme. All I can say is we chase our dreams and we accomplish them, you know, and that was just that. That was the next thing for me, was becoming a firefighter, and we accomplished it. I still had some of that residue of the streets in me. I had to get that off, you know, but yeah, it's crazy, man.
It's crazy. Yeah, like, people don't understand. I think it come from just always having to figure it out. There was nobody there to really help us figure it out. So we move here, we move here, we move there. Mm-hmm. And now we grown, and I think, you know, people that, you know, we may be dating or becoming a partnership with, they don't really understand that. You know what I mean? They like, yo, how you go from here to here? Right. Like, you know, you used to, from medic to hitting a cell, like, yo, I used to work at the bank, closing deals, shaking hands, to then going to serve, you know what I mean, a half a brick. Like,
straight up.
But it was no thought. Like, I ain't had to think about it. It was just like, I got to get it by any means necessary.
Exactly.
That kicked in, you know what I mean? And it's crazy because it's like, how you become a firefighter out of all things? And we used to tear the neighborhood up, man, burning on fire, sell drugs, and now you becoming to save lives. Like, man, you talk about being a firefighter. I know you've seen some things. Just like, what is the craziest thing that you've seen? Like, pulling up to a scene, that can look crazy.
Yeah, everybody always asks me, like, what was the craziest shit that you ever seen as a firefighter? I think we became so immune to, like, some wild shit that it's not even about like the wild shit that, like, really plays on your mental. It's more so when you see kids that's involved. Like, the worst cause, and I think when people are asking, like, what's the craziest shit that you've seen, I think what they're really asking is, like, what's the worst call that you've been on? And for me, the worst calls that I've ever been on were 100% kids. My very first child died. He was 2 years old. It was about 3 o'clock in the morning. We get a call. The mother, I think she was sleeping with the child, rolled over on her child, rolled back over, child wasn't breathing. We get there, we start trying to perform CPR on the child. Now I'm actually in the fire truck. Now, this is when things are really bad because I'm actually in the fire truck. When we're in the fire truck, we normally wait for the medics to pull up, put the child or the person into the back of the medic, and then one of us will jump in the medic and we'll ride to the hospital with the medic. But when the calls are so bad, we'll actually put the person in the fire engine with us and we'll take them to the hospital ourselves. That call was so bad, I remember us going back and forth because it still bothers me. I had to go through, like, therapy and all of this shit for this. But we realized he wasn't going to make it if we waited. He wasn't going to make it. So we ping-ponged about, are we going to take him ourselves or are we going to wait for the medic? When we finally decided we were going to take him ourselves, the medic pulled up. We ended up placing him into the medic, you know, and unfortunately the child passed away. I'm shaking right now, even, like, reliving it because that wasn't my first one. Well, that was my first one, but it wasn't my last one. And you never really know how much this shit, like, plays on you until you go to sleep and you waking up with cold sweats. You know what I mean? You waking up crying because a child is gone and you feel like, damn, what could I have done more? Was it my training? Was it, did I not do something right? You know, was it my protocol? What was it? And those calls tend to play on you the most. Those are the hardest calls. The craziest shit I ever seen was a woman drove her car into the harbor and we had to jump into the harbor and go get her out of there. That was probably the craziest. And that was, like, my first week on the job.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I'm gonna give you. Hey, I'm gonna send y'all some videos of that one. You gotta put that one in here. That was crazy. We on a boat and everything. Like, gotta jump in the nasty ass harbor for this woman.
Man, that's crazy because you look at it and you gotta be. So many people will pray for that position because not only like is it freedom, you talk about 8 days a month, 6-figure salary. You think it don't get no sweeter than that, but they don't realize that they're paying you to go home and get rid of those barriers, right? Like, yo, I gotta go home and I gotta love somebody. I gotta love my woman, or I gotta, if you have kids, but I just seen a kid pass away right in my arms. You know what I'm saying? Like that's crazy. So I just want people to be careful for what they wish for, because like you may get it, right? Like and you don't know what that comes with. You know what I mean? Like me battling and being the person that I am, like, yes, I always wanted to be on top, always wanted to be a millionaire. But now it's like my family, all they do is hand me their problems. You know what I'm saying? Nobody ever literally just check on me. It's like, oh, I got a problem with this. This car broke down, or I'm late on this, I'm late on this. And I got to hear it all the time. So like be understanding that like, yo, it's a yin and a yang to everything. Like you got to be willing to take it and say, hey, listen, it's good. Yeah, the bank account good. But now my family looking at me like an ATM. Or the money is good, I'm only working 8 days, but I got to deal with crime scenes and jump in the harbor to save people and seeing people die in front of me. Like what made you say, all right, cool, I'm doing this. I had to go to therapy for this, but yo, now I got to pivot. Like I want to be on my own. I want to start something. I want to build something. I remember you saying like you funded yourself $75,000. Like what was that like? And what made you say, listen, I got to help other people start doing this?
Yeah, that was a lot. The pivot started with you. I remember this shit like yesterday. So it's crazy because me and my brother, we were divided as like kids, but we were always best friends. All we wanted to do was just be with each other in the same household. And I remember when he got stabbed, I don't know if he told y'all about the story or not yet. It's going to come out eventually, because I'm going to do a documentary on this nigga. It gotta come out. It gotta come out. But I remember being woken up in the middle of the night. I was laid up with Ye, my ex at the time, and I woke up in the middle of the night, and I was like, yo, my side. She was like, what's going on? I was like, I don't know. I got sharp pain in my side. This is crazy, man. Couple of minutes later, my brother calls me. I'm getting a call from my brother. It's like 3 a.m. All he says is, Dev, I love you. And then the phone goes out. I don't know what the fuck is going on. Now, mind you, now listen, put this in context. I just jumped out of bed 3 o'clock in the morning screaming about my side is aching. I don't know why. And then my brother calls me and all I hear is, all I hear is an ambulance. I hear sirens. This nigga's in the back of a fucking medic bleeding out, and I don't know. The same side that I'm waking up in pain on. And his words to me was, Dev, I love you. And then he fainted. He passed out. Didn't know what the fuck was going on. And then a couple of minutes later, I'm getting a phone calls from my family member that, yo, your brother was just stabbed. We got to go to shock trauma. When you hear anything about shock trauma in Baltimore, it's the worst case fucking scenario. Shock trauma is the #1 trauma center in the United States, right? Like they bring military people to come here and train. If you're going to shock trauma, it's fucked up. It's life and death. So when they told me, yo, your brother's going to shock trauma, immediately broke the fuck down. Immediately, I'm thinking, yo, I just lost my brother. I just lost my fucking brother. What am I going to do, right? Saying all of that to say, we've always had this connection that down to kids, I used to be in karate, and I used to be in karate for 6-7 years. My brother played football. I quit karate to go play football to be with this nigga, right? Like, everything was always to try to be with him and be closer to him. I moved from here to New York to be closer to him. You know what I mean? We always just wanted brotherhood, companionship, and all of that. So I'm saying that to say this. Now, I'm not a fucking millionaire, right? I don't know what it feels like to have the family calling, because you said a lot of different things. I'm trying to get to all of it, but I don't know what it feels like to go through what you're going through when you got the family depending on you as a savior. I was just on a regular salary, right? So people were happy in the family of what I was doing and was proud of me, but it was nowhere near the type of pressure that you're getting, that you're looked at as a savior. Now, I'm saying all of that to say, I was always inspired by you, whether you knew it or not. Like, for me to stop doing karate, something that I loved, to play football was just to be closer to you, to have something that we could have. So when I seen you accomplish everything that I seen you do, I knew when you made your first $1 million because I remember telling Trish, and I'm like, listen, he flying us all out and all that. I said, yo, I think this nigga just made his first $1 million. She said, why you said that? I said, because I got money. Like I got a couple dollars. And I know what I can do. This nigga's doing easily without thinking about it. I watched him spend $50,000 on watches like it was nothing without blinking. Now, mind you, I might go spend $50,000, but I can't do it without blinking. Right. You know what I mean? So I said, yo, this nigga just hit his first $1 million. And then he flies us down all to Miami, buys a big mansion and all of that. I'm getting to answer your question, but they need to know. And I get down there and I see my brother at the edge of this boat and he's by himself. And I can't see nothing but just the back, but something's telling me he's having a pride moment. He's crying right now. He's having tears of joy. You need to go over there and celebrate this moment with your brother, right? So he got our whole family out here, y'all. He got our entire family on this boat. But I see him. We always been connected. I knew what the fuck was going on before I knew what was going on. And I walk over there, man, and before he even confirmed it or anything, we never had a conversation about nothing. I just hugged him and gave him the biggest hug. And I said, nigga, you did it. I'm fucking proud of you. I'm fucking proud of you. I knew it. So saying all of that to say, like, just watching you just do greatness my entire life from football. You broke fucking high school records in Newburgh, our first year up there. I always watched you do great shit. And you my best friend. And fuck it, I want to do it too.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Nah, I feel
and that's
you
been my mindset. So
I feel you on that.
When I seen you do this, it was like, man, fuck it. My brother did it. He did it. Like, I can do it too. Right. I can do it too. And to answer your question, I know that was a long, wrap up, but it was because I seen that you did it and I always been inspired by you. And I knew that if you could do it, I could do it too. And it was worth just jumping in, listening to you and walking away from all of the other shit that I no longer wanted to chase, my dreams because I seen you do it. But I'm sorry for the long-winded answer, y'all.
Nah, it's all good. It's just like people don't understand. It's like I was one of those people that just and I need everybody to understand this because a lot of people they shy away from the task. It's like, no, I just failed and I got right back in line for success. I failed again, I got right back in line for success. Hey, listen, coach said I ran the wrong route. I got back in line and practiced it and just made sure I was always in the line for success instead of saying, you know what, this ain't for me. So by you breaking that down and sharing that I always inspired you, that means a lot, right? If you my brother, because a lot of older brothers, they may be envious and that's my little brother, man. Right. I should be doing it. I should be having this. I should be the one taking our family down, having mansions and getting on the yacht. So that definitely means a lot, man. And I want to say I respect you for, just following the lead because I wanted to put you in the environment. Like I knew for a fact that people was down in Atlanta. This was our first time we seen black people. And I'm talking about like I can only imagine what you see, but you got to see me be able to, elevate in life. But the first time I got in the room and somebody said, yo, I made $1 million in a day. What?
Crazy. Right.
Like what that like, nah, bro, ain't no way.
Right.
$100,000 in a day. Like, so now people are talking on a higher level. Like, what was that transition like watching me saying, dang, my brother doing it. He living easily. Now he got, presidential Rolexes. He living life. He got multiple houses. His family good. Like his kids in private school. To now saying, yo, Dev, like, yo, I'm put you on this flight to first class. What made you say, matter of fact, let me rewind it. What made you not rebel and say, nah, man, I'm good? Because a lot of people get complacent where they at. Nah, yo, let me show you what I seen. What made you say, listen, I'm coming, like, I gotta come see it. And then second part, what made you, like, when you start hearing it and seeing other people, like, hold on, this black mug driving Lambo, what the, like, how'd that make you feel?
Shit, well, first off, let me ask you a question, because I can't skip over that. Hold up. First off, did you always have that, so, like I know as your brother watching you, like, you always made me proud as shit, like, always. But, like, you the person that's experiencing it. Like, did you always know, like, you was destined for this greatness? Did you always know, like, you were going to figure it out one way? Did you always know?
I always knew.
You always had that feeling. You ain't know what it was.
Hey, listen, I swear, like, I never thought I was better than people, but I always knew I was different.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
I always knew it's something to, listen, y'all don't think like me. Y'all don't work like me. Y'all not built like me. Like, God got this favor on me for real. Like, I always knew. I just had to figure out my lane, and I thought it was going to be you know, and rest in peace, Chaz, man. I thought it was gonna be through music. You know what I mean? It's crazy that we talking about this. Diddy was my idol, but that's another story for another topic. But I wanted to be like Diddy. I wanted to have like music. I thought that was gonna be my lane. Like, all right, cool. I got Chaz. You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna get a couple artists and we gonna rock out that way.
Got you.
But I always knew, like, man, it's something different, yo. I don't know what is. But God, I'm happy that you placed it in me. But this is how I felt about myself. And I tackled on a world I knew for a fact it was nothing I couldn't conquer. It was nothing I couldn't do. I just had to wait. I just had to put enough work in and let time catch up. That was it.
What was the earliest age that you remember having that dog on you or feeling like, I'm going to be all right no matter what? Like, I'm going to figure this shit out.
Probably like 11.
11?
Yeah. Like 11. Like, I remember, like, probably around when we was with the Columbia, was that Ravens or Bulldogs? I can't even remember. But, like, Coach Taylor and Coach Bernie, you know what I mean? Like, playing, and that was, like, the first time I was around a lot of greatness. Like, we had a lot of players on that team that went to the NFL.
Yep.
And it was like, hold on, bro. Like, nah, like, I'm great. Like, I can compete at a high level. That was the first time it hit me, like, nah, Daeron, you can compete out here in anything that you do. That was probably the first time. And shout out to Coach Taylor and Coach Bernie, because they, you know, they embraced us. They showed us different stuff, kids from the hood.
Yep.
They used to come pick us up and take us to restaurants, and they lived in the suburbs. And that was like, for real, that was like the first time that it was like, okay, cool. This life is a little good. They living a little good over here. And we playing football, and I could compete at a high level. So that was the first.
And I remember seeing you turn into that. First off, shout out Coach Bernie and Coach Taylor. I hope y'all still living. But I remember seeing you turn into that figure for our kids. Like, I remember Coach telling them, putting us in the back of a big truck.
Yeah.
Taking us out River Hill.
Yep.
And then seeing it all in full circle. Like, damn, now that's my brother with the fucking big truck Cadillac, all the kids, taking them like, yo, now, so you were that same example that was implanted in us for some of these kids. So we don't know how that story is going to turn out in these next 10 years.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Right.
I mean, I just like, you know, you pay it forward. Like, I think you can only grow to what you're exposed to. So I was exposed to it. So it's like, nah, like, we going to have fun. We going to create an experience when we was out there coaching on the football field. Right. And if people don't know, we've been whipping behind on that turf for a lot of years. So y'all can go to history books. I never lost a game in Maryland. All right. Now, but yeah, that was the first time, like, you know, just pouring back into people. Like, Daeron, you here now. Like, it's not about, you know what I mean, you changing your character. It's about you, you know, paying it forward. You know, without them, like, you gotta think, like, if we never seen that side, what would we be? Like, what would we be? Where would we be?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, for real.
Right.
You seen a man, and shout out to Coach, you seen a man take in kids. Like, nah, like, I'm good, and I got 3 kids myself, but now I'm gonna take in these other kids because I know they less fortunate. Now, Daeron, you at this level, it would be crazy for me not to do that.
Facts.
Somebody did it for me. I know what that did for me.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
For sure.
Yeah. So what was it like? When did you know you was rich? What was the dollar amount? When you was like, man, I'm up. Shorty, I'm out of here. When did you know? What was the number?
Man, I don't even know the number. It was just like, yo, I became so valuable that the money just started rolling in. Like, it was just like every day it was deposits. It was like, you know what I mean? It was like, all right, cool. I found my niche. I'm growing my company. It's growing at a rapid scale. People don't even know that my company got out in front of me. Like, it grew before I even had the staff. Anything, that thing, like, I was chasing behind the company for a while.
Wow.
You know what I mean? The Carrier Business Academy, where we teach people how to start a carrier business. I was chasing people. I was chasing behind that company. I mean, we was doing, you know, $300,000 a month, and it was just me and the company.
That's crazy.
So I ain't had no customer service team. I ain't had no COO. I ain't had no sales team. I ain't had nothing. And I was doing everything. But I think around like $250,000 a month, that's when I knew, like, yo, it's up.
$250,000 a month.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's when you knew, like, yo, you can buy the car you want.
Right.
Like, yo, you can start looking at $1 million homes.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
At first it was like, dang, bro, it's $1 million. God dang, this house costs a grip.
Right.
But now once you start getting it, man, let me get that. Let me get them floors.
Right.
Let me get that with the ceiling. Let me get the biggest lot.
Right.
You know, I pay the premium. So it's like, yeah, like $250,000 a month was the one. But you know what I mean? Like, we always sparring. Like, that's why I put you in an environment in Atlanta, because it's like at $250,000 a month. I heard a mug say, "Listen, bro, that's cool." You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's cool.
Right.
So it's like, hold on, like you got to put yourself in an environment to keep going. Because if I stayed around the way, $250,000 a month, oh man, you good? Nah, bro. Like I'm not. Yep. There's bigger things that you need to be doing. There's bigger, goals that you can reach. Right. So I'm just happy to bring it back full circle to you and go and re-ask you that question. Like, how did it feel to be in that environment? Because now you got to see, like, now I'm like anybody can talk about it on the internet. Oh yeah, I do this. I can help you make this. I can help you make this. Mm-hmm. But now when you're around that excellence, you partying with people, you connecting with people, you having real conversations, you inside those masterminds. How did that feel? Coming from. Because let's be honest, like the hood numbers, I made 6 figures. I'm rich.
I'm rich. I'm that nigga.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's like, bro, I'd have made 6 figures in a day.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you think you making it in a year? No, I learned how to make it in a day.
Crazy.
You know what I'm saying? So how did it feel like for you to get around that, coming from the everyday working environment and still living in the hood, right? And having friends that just ain't understand.
Man, you talking. The environment, that's the thing I probably got to thank you for the most, man, because so for me, that's where the transition actually happened at, was when you flew me down to Atlanta, because like you said, that was the first time seeing in a real life town where people who look like you riding around in Lamborghinis, all of the Rolls Royces I had. Mm-hmm. Yo, so we upstairs, I can't remember exactly what it is of how I got there, but I remember you basically giving me the opportunity, and I'm like, yeah, shit, I want to go. And you was like, well, fuck it, your ticket, nigga, you sure? Because I would say I'm going and shit and be bluffing.
That's a fact.
So I remember you like, nigga, are you sure? And I'm like, yeah, I'm going. And then you bought the ticket, and it was up right there. It was like, oh shit, nigga, your ticket is booked. Mm-hmm. Nigga, we gone. And then that was the first time I ever flew first class. Well, second time I flew first class, but that's the first time I really flew first class. Like, got the whole first class experience. So he flies me down there, first class. We doing like the what's the travel shit that we be going to when we stop in the airports and go up there and drink the champagne and shit.
Oh, we went to the Sky Lounge.
Yeah, so he shows me listen, y'all, I'm still new to this. Nigga shows me the Sky Lounge and all of that. You know what I mean? So he gave me a real luxury experience. And then we in the Ritz-Carlton or something, like some high exotic. Like he rolled out the whole red carpet, right? But this is what fucked me up. All right, so I get into Dion's class. I remember Dion even telling me like, yo, you're not even like, you don't even really belong in here, but I'm gonna let you go off the strength of your brother. Shout out Dion, Mr. Cootwood, man, because that experience actually changed my life, and I thank you for that. Because if I didn't see what I seen in that room, I wouldn't be sitting here right now.
For sure, my brother. Shout out to my man, Mr. Phenomenal Power.
Mr. Phenomenal Power.
For just letting it rock out and being cool, and you know how we get down. You already know what time it is.
Exactly. So that experience when I got in there, that changed my life, because I'm seeing, I'm hearing people talking heavy, $100,000 in a month, and then I didn't know what so y'all heard what I said. I knew my brother was climbing without even knowing. We never actually had the conversation. So now I'm starting to see how other people are treating him. Like, this nigga really somebody. Like, you feel me? I'm coming down, this nigga getting awards and shit. $50,000 in a month, $100,000 in a month. You know what I mean? These crazy awards and shit like that. And I'm like, hold up. Like, all right, I knew what I knew, but nah, this is confirmation. This shit is real. This nigga really like big dog. You know what I mean? He really somebody. He really moving. Mm-hmm. And I couldn't unsee it, yo. I couldn't unsee it. And the opportunity came. Dion, he had gave like a promo, and his mentorship was like 60% off. I jumped on it. The rest was history. The rest was history. But I thank you for even opening my eyes to that world. And let me hold on before I jump out. Hold on, because there's one part of the experience that I got it. Like, this was the dopest shit ever. Right? This is when I knew it was real. But we riding out, everybody like Lamborghinis and shit like that. We back to back with it, all that, right? Nigga, I think we was a knife. Now, I don't want people to like bum rush knife after I tell y'all this. But I think we was a knife in Atlanta. And I remember days on the phone with like Bandman Kevo and Dion, and they like, yeah, we get knife, da. So we pull up, and you see like the regular people in Knife that's upstairs, right? Like the regular citizens and all that. But then they take us downstairs, and then there's this secret room with like a back door that opens up. And then once the back door opens up, all you see is like just celebrities and bottles and millionaires and women and food. And that's when everything hit me right there. Like, yo, I want this.
Right.
Like, I want this. You know what I mean? That was a crazy experience. And I was just like, damn, like, this is what be happening. Like, you telling me we go to restaurants sometimes and we're sitting above, like, we don't even know it's a floor below us and there's nothing but celebrities down there having their own experience and we don't even know it.
Right.
That's when it hit me and I was like, yeah, I got it. I got to get in.
Man, yeah, like, y'all living the good life. Like, you know, it became normal, but at that first experience, like flying first class and you sit down and they like, do you want a drink? Like, hold up, you about to give me a drink before I take off, you know what I mean? Like, oh, you gonna feed me on here? You gonna give me a hot towel on here, right? And my engineers over here, Boss Harry, I flew him first class too. They like, bro, they just gave me food. I'm like, bro, you don't even understand. Like, this would come with first class, like, you know what I mean? And you know, having those private rooms and having your own service, like, it's a higher level to life, man. So I also want to dive into it because you got a good one on your arm. Because I want to shout out Sis real quick because I remember during the pivot moment when you said, I don't want to keep clocking in. Like, I want to start my own thing. I want that freedom. I want what Daeron has. Like, she told you to say, Dev, I never seen you fail at anything. But then on the other hand, your best friend at the gym was like, bro, you crazy. Keep your pension. Like, keep all that stuff. Like, what made you say, yo, I got to block everything out and just, because it's going to be people that don't see it. Like, it's people that don't understand that God is going to have a calling for you and they not on a call. But they going to they want to talk for God and say, well, no, bro, you talking from your point of view. You talking through your two eyes. I see something that you will never see. Yep. You didn't see my brother put me on a plane or first class. You didn't see him put me on yachts, mansions, put me on private. You didn't see what's going on. You didn't see my brother just closed on a $1.7 million house. Like, you don't see that he driving like, you don't see what's going on. What made you say, listen, bro, I gotta block y'all out because there's people out here that's listening and I see it so often. They asking the generation that's cursed, can I go out here and break generational curses? So what made you say, hey, wifey, how does she give you that battery in your back to trump everything? Because I know you had a battle and said, should I stay? Should I go?
You got damn right. I'm going to be honest again, and I just got to continue to give you your flowers, man, because the catalyst for my pivot was 100% you. And I was just speaking of Trish, my wife, I was just telling her this like last week, and I said, yo, when I'm having these talks to people and I'm telling them what I'm chasing, they can't fathom it. They don't understand what the fuck you talking about when you saying, listen, I'm chasing 100K in a month, nigga. That's what my goals is, nigga.
Yeah.
They don't understand that. And I was just telling Trish this, and I said, yo, I know that they don't have what I have. I have a brother that did it. So my belief system, listen, I'm gonna be honest, and stuff Allah, forgive me. But I don't even think God could have convinced me. Like, I had to see you do it. Like, when you did it, it broke every fucking limited belief, every barrier, every excuse, it's not possible, any of that shit, it broke it. Because at the end of the day, this nigga came out the same coochie that you came out of. Yeah. This nigga went through all of the same experiences that you've experienced. If he fucking figured it out, nigga, you can figure this shit out too. So at the end of the day, it wasn't her. I'm grateful for having a woman that believed in me. But it's 100% you. I always got to credit you for that because I tell niggas that all the time. And like I was telling her that, I said, babe, it's hard for people to understand what I'm chasing because they don't have a day. They don't have a brother that accomplished it. The reason why I can take L's, my nigga, it ain't been smooth. You know, I'll call you frustrated as a bitch sometimes.
For sure.
You know what I mean? Like, yo, it ain't been smooth. You know, but I wake up every day and I show up and I go because I got you as the example that it's possible. And all I need to know is that it's fucking possible. I'm going to lock in and I'm going to go get it. I just need to know it's possible.
Yeah.
You feel me? And that was it. So shout out my wife, Trish. I love you, baby. And you are amazing. But at the end of the day, I got to get a credit to my brother. And this pivot is 100% based off of that Atlanta experience, everything that you showed me and everything that I watched you do and break all of the limits, all of the odds, all of the excuses right there in front of my eyes that I no longer have an excuse. I got to make it.
That's what I love to hear, man. Listen, y'all. Woo. I'm telling you, I'm bringing people on here that's living proof, man. And if this ain't living proof, I'm here to tell you this. Listen, I watched my brother call me, said, listen, I had my biggest day today, right? I watched my brother go from like 8,000 followers to 21,000 followers in like 3 days. I watched him, we was going to a concert that night. We just hopped out the vehicle, shot a quick ad, 1.7 million views. Like, How was that growth? I know that growth burned you up because at that point, you didn't even have all the systems to be able to capture, you know what I mean, and squeeze all the lemon I'm all out of that lemon, right? So, like, how did that feel? Like, talk about, how did that feel to just growing so fast? Because I think you had like, almost 100,000 followers.
Yeah, so I'm at like 71,000 right now. It's crazy. Like you said, this the wild part because I'm hearing you say what you saying and it's like, it sounds like it caught like wildfire. But for me, I feel like my journey ain't one of them fast journeys. Like even as I listen to you say, the business was out in front of you and you had to, chase the systems and all of that shit. For me, it was the complete opposite because I always had you. So I got to work through this one for a little minute, right? But what I mean by that is you did the thing already and you accomplished it. And I'm coming to you for the guidance. So you already given, mind you, I'm on level 0, but you giving me level 10 guidance and advice. So you helped accelerate and speed up shit later on. But in the beginning, it felt like it just took forever for me. So going back to that moment, like you said, that was very special because I remember the text. You were just like, look, we all need to get out. We haven't seen each other in a couple of months. We all need to get out. I'm taking us out today, right? Mm-hmm. And all the guys, we link up. Mm-hmm. And I remember sitting in the back of the black truck. And I'm like, yeah, when we get out, I want to shoot this. I want to recreate this. And we get out, we shoot it, don't really think of nothing of it. And next thing you know, yeah, like you said, that shit took me from 8,000 followers to 12,000 followers to 21,000 followers. And it was crazy. Like that part did take over like wildfire overnight. But the success in business didn't. It took forever. So what I'm saying is like people think like, and Boss Heavy, shout out Boss Heavy, taught me this. PayPals and Stripes, like you can't get caught up in the likes. The likes don't convert to PayPals and Stripes.
That's
so I'm thinking, I'm like, yo, I'm lit. Life about to change. I got, nigga. I mean, at the time it was going on 1 million views. It's like 2 million now. Going on 1 million. I'm like, yo, I'm lit. I'm about to be out of here. Like I'm about to turn this into some money. Man, that shit didn't convert into a dime because I didn't have my systems.
Yep.
I didn't have no back end, nothing. I didn't even know what to do with the traffic. I didn't know where to send them at. I didn't have a CRM. I didn't have anything. So that level of frustration is different when you know that you had the life-changing moment, but you didn't have everything set up for it to change your life, and you gotta eat that. Like that one hurt. That one hurt. But what it taught me was I feel like I came in on the opposite end of you, where you kind of came in. It took fire. I came in because I was chasing you, and what you were showing me, you helped me structure everything. But I got a team way before I was supposed to go get a fucking team. I wasn't even doing $3,500 a month yet, and I already had a motherfucking sales team, you know what I mean, executive EA and all of that shit. So I kind of came from the opposite end, where I feel like it took me longer to kind of get to a level where I'm doing 20K months now, because I kind of built the team and everything first before even having the traffic and all of that. So I felt like my growing pains was different than most people. It didn't feel fast to me at all.
Nah, for sure. I wanted to point that out because people don't understand followers don't equal the dollars.
At all.
Right? And I be in certain rooms and it be people, and I just be sitting back and I be laughing. You know, I'm a calm, cool, collective because it be people in there that be, oh, they got fame and they got followers and all this stuff, but I be looking at them like, bro, only if you knew. Yep. Right? If you don't know how to turn your followers into dollars, it really don't. Yep. You just out here, you know what I mean, for likes and comments. Like I'm not out here. Yep. Right? Forget the likes and comments. Like I want my bank account to look crazy.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Yep. Like, you know, we got in our program, we got NBA players, NFL players, and I'm looking at them and talking to them and mentoring them. And I'm just like, dang, like we doing it bigger than y'all.
Yeah.
And that was our goal. Like, yo, let's pick up a basketball.
Yep.
Let's you know what I mean? Let's throw a football. Like, that's crazy.
Yep.
Talk about Freedom U, man. I think you one of the realest out here, you know what I mean, really showing, because it's a lot of people online that's just regurgitating plays or what they heard. But I'm seeing you take people from 400 credit scores to 700. I seen you the other day get somebody funded $100,000. That way they can go ahead and do whatever they need to do, start their business, whatever. Like, talk about Freedom U. What was the name behind that, and what do y'all do in that company?
Yeah, beautiful. So Freedom U is a funding company that helps startup LLCs set up their LLC and get funded anywhere between $50,000 to $100,000 with 0% interest for the first 12 to 18 months. And the thought process behind Freedom U was just that. I wanted to build something that was a one-stop shop that brought freedom to people who look like us. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of misinformation in communities that we come up in, and we really don't, we get like little pieces of shit. It's like, but you never really get the whole plan. Like, it's like, all right, well, you're supposed to be doing stocks, so let me go get stocks. You're supposed to be doing this, so let me go do this, right? It's like, we was taught what we were supposed to do, but nobody really taught us how to do it or why, right? So for me, it was major to create something for people who look like us that can come in, fix their credit, build their LLCs, get funded $50,000 to $100,000 with 0% interest for your first year, so you can really go ahead and rock out. Set up your IUL, trust fund, whole life insurance, help you set up your stocks. Like, we got a whole one-stop shop here. We got coaches that's going to help you with your IULs, your trust funds, stuff like that. Coaches that's going to help you with stock market, stuff like that. Myself, that's going to help repair your credit and put you in position, help get you funding. For me, it was just important to have a space for people to go to make a pivot. You know, I was a firefighter. I didn't know what I was going to do. I see a lot of people spend 50, 60, 70 years in these jobs, retire, and then die because you've never developed another skill. So with Freedom U, I wanted to be able to provide a one-stop shop for people who look like us that wanted to be educated in stocks, wanted to be educated in what credit was, wanted to be educated in starting businesses, and wanted help, because a lot of it is just about like what we don't know. And what you don't know will definitely hurt you. It will definitely cost you, for sure. It's costing a lot of us. And I just wanted to be that bridge, man, and bridge the gap to educate my people as well as get them to the finish line. Because you're right. What I see right now is a lot of people that's telling you how to do it, quote unquote, but nobody, we're really the only company out here that's doing it for you. A lot of people got courses. We got courses that's showing you how to do it, but I wanted to get people to the finish line.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And you know, you had your in-person event a couple months ago, and I was able to come and speak. And what makes me so proud about it is, like, yo, you see so many people that are in the room and they joyful, like they really love you, like thank you, really showing you big love because you doing big results. There's people out here that's on the internet with big followings. They'll never have an in-person event because they know they're not doing right.
Facts.
Right?
Wow.
Like, it make me proud to just know, like, ethically, like you out here making sure, like, nah, my people are good. Like, I want to make sure that y'all actually get the freedom, you know what I mean, that you need. Like free you.
Exactly.
Like, free you. Like, a lot of people, like, I want to have a trust fund, and they hear the term and it sound good, but they don't even know, right, really what it is. Like, you know what I mean? Like, how easy that it could be. Like, you can transfer your life insurance into your trust fund and tell your trust fund to go buy dividend stocks. And then now your kids are getting a paycheck every month instead of giving them that $5 million when you die. Exactly. Right? Like, we hear it all the time. Like, I really got trust fund babies because everything is set up the correct way. And you know what I mean? Your company, Freedom U, is helping people do that. Man, it's been absolutely, like, what does living proof mean to you?
Man, shit. I mean, you are the living proof. I'm still chasing, you know, listen, my brother went out here and did something amazing. You did something monumental. People don't get here where we come from, man. And the highest we've ever seen was the neighborhood drug dealer that might have made it to 50,000, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
And that might be generous. You know what I mean? This nigga done made millions. He's provided opportunities for hundreds of thousands, maybe millions of people. Now, I don't know how many people you got in the CBA, but y'all probably touch millions by now.
We touch millions every month, for sure.
Crazy. You see what I'm saying? So it just, you driving it, and even though I'm the older brother, I always said this, and I said it at your wedding, you know, I feel like, yeah, I'm the older brother, but you leading, you the big brother in this. You know what I mean? And there's no shame in saying that at all. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, as long as you continue to press forward and break barriers and show us that it's possible, I'm going to continue to walk through those doors with you.
That's what's up, man. Hey, Dad, before we get out of here, it was a pleasure. I don't know if y'all get, you know what I mean, in life, y'all get to really talk to your brother, but it's good to sit down in the new studio, you know what I'm saying, and chop it up with my brother. Yeah. Man, I hope y'all really enjoyed this. Hey, Dev, tell them where they can find you, because there's a lot of people out here that need your services. They need you, like, they know they paying the price of life, like, for not knowing. Like, they need to know how to do this thing, how to do it the right way, and somebody that they can absolutely trust, because there's people out here that's taking people money and not doing or fulfilling what they said. So let them know how they can find you so they can tap in.
Yeah, definitely. So you guys can definitely find me at I Am Coach Dev on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. And you can find me at Coach Dev Freedom University on YouTube. Like I said, we host a free masterclass every Thursday for the public where you guys can come in, learn some gems, learn some free credit game, you know, to boost your credit score anywhere between 50 to 100 points live on the spot. We do this every Thursday for the public for free. Just tap in with us. And we're going to help get you to the finish line, man. Free you at Freedom U.
Man, listen, y'all better go get some freedom. I'm here to tell you, because life is short, man. Listen, you're watching the Living Proof podcast, where we bring people who are living proof. If Coach Dev ain't living proof, I don't know what to tell you. He done broke it down for y'all. I'm telling you, from this day forward, go out here and get some living. Like, you are living proof. I don't care where you came from. I don't care what circumstances that you are. You are living proof that you beat 100% of those battles. I'll see y'all in the next episode. Let's get it.